Like I just was at this thing up in the Bronx on Saturday. Shout out to my man DJ FaZe, and they had all the old school Black Spades and Zulu Kings and all those type of dudes. And when that Soul Power came on, because that is the Black Spade anthem. They'll say Spade Power instead of Soul Power. Just, yo, these dudes was in their 60s. Yo, they got so like energized by this. Some of them got down on the floor and started doing their shit. Some of them started like, and Spade Power, like, and you just see how that spoke life and just to these kids from the Bronx that at that time, Bronx was like rubble. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Carter
like,
declared it a war zone. Literally. That declared it.
And that's what I'm saying. It was still like rubble when I was coming up. It was still like rubble for a long time.
It took a long time.
So that's what I'm saying. I was coming up like niggas like Crazy Legs act like you wasn't there. You, first of all, he's like 2 or 3 years older than me, maybe. You understand? Relax, motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was right behind you, motherfucker. Like, and I was born in the Bronx, so let's stop. Yeah, I grew up in Nersha, but I was born in the Bronx, Albert Einstein Hospital. So, nice. By default, yeah, I am from the Bronx, motherfucker. You understand?
You took your first
so watch your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? Stop acting like you're not from the Bronx. Yes, I am. You know what I mean? But yeah, even by the time I got to this hip hop shit, and I don't know how I just brought the conversation here, but by the time I got to this shit, man, it still was a handful of Puerto Ricans, and the Jamaicans wasn't admitting they Jamaican. Let's talk about it.
We did our own special on the 50-50 theory of hip hop. I am a Bronx girl, born and raised there, 1975. Attended the jams in the park, 5, 6 years old, Waterfall Park. If you know, you know. And I shared with my husband a very distinct memory of the summer when I was about 6 or 7. The Young Gifted and Black t-shirts were everywhere. Right? Nina Simone had appeared on Sesame Street and she sang, you know, Young Gifted and Black. You know, again, whenever we saw one of us on TV, it was automatic celebration. We didn't care what you was doing. We was just happy to see you. And that summer, all of us in LV, that's where I'm from, LV, stand up, all of us had those shirts. Some had it in black, some had it in blue, some had it in red. All the kids had Young Gifted and Black t-shirts. And there was a Boricua family all mixed in with us because we were always, if you didn't grow up in the Bronx, especially that section of the Bronx, you may not have had a Puerto Rican friend. You may have never been to an Abuelita's house. You may not know basic Spanish, and when you go to the bodega and say, how much is something, give me my change, you may not know, but I'm from that part of the Bronx. So this young girl and her brother, who was a part of the community, had been with us, played double dutch like you wouldn't believe, right? This day, she put on her Young Gifted and Black t-shirt. And when she came outside in the playground, it was a few of the elder girls that decided to challenge her. She staked her claim of blackness so firmly that they had to fall back. And when we talk about the 50-50 contribution in hip hop, I think the number one issue that FBA is having with it is our Latino brothers and sisters are not staking their claim of blackness. That is where, because if we all black,
then it shouldn't be an issue.
Shouldn't even be a conversation.
And we're American.
Then you should feel like you're included. You feel like nobody's included. But the fact that you want separate credit, because some of these same people will claim they're Afro-Latino.
Yeah.
First of all, we're not saying anything about Afro. Okay, we're beyond all that shit right now. Like we know that there was black people here in America before these motherfuckers came here. You understand? The original people of this land are original black people and not the Mongolian Indians that they've been showing us for all this time. Or this whole we came from Africa shit. That's some bullshit. Actually, more was shipped over there than was shipped over here. But yes, there's some did come from Africa, but most of us was already here. So let's get that out the way. Second of all, these people want to have separate like distinction. You want to say that you're Afro this, but then you want to raise the Puerto Rican flag, or you want to wave the Jamaican flag. You can't be both. Like, you got to understand that, first of all, if you were born here in America, your people don't even accept you as whatever you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're looking down on you, but then that's part of the reason why they're fighting so hard. Because they want to show their people, no, I'm really down. I'm really one of y'all. Like, listen, when you're Jamaican and you're born here, they don't care if your mother and father was born in Jamaica. You're a Yankee boy. Yeah. Okay?
And they'll challenge you.
And they will challenge you on that. They say, I don't give a fuck how well your accent is and all of that type of shit. You are a Yankee boy because you was born here. And most of these Yankee boy Jamaicans adopted Black American culture, and which is why some of our rappers who have Jamaican ancestry, they didn't rhyme in Jamaican. They didn't do no type of Jamaican type of music. Biggie, Busta, they was doing. If they never said they was Jamaican, you would have never known it.
Yeah,
I think KRS-One was the first one that gave us a glimpse. When we heard the Bridges
and
Over.
Scott LaRock was scared of that. Scott LaRock was like, nah, we got to put the other one out first. Because ain't nobody going to be fucking with that Jamaican shit. That's what he said. But anyway, he was able to do that, and he crept that in. But that wasn't at the creation period of hip-hop either. That was much down the line. When Herc couldn't do nothing Jamaican. He said it himself. When he was wearing the cowboy boots and all that, the girl said, yo, those was roach killers. What fuck you got on? Like, you know what I mean? And he was trying to do, he had to switch up his style and fucking dress like, he started dressing like basically Disco King Mario. He started looking like, oh, word? That's what's up. We just came from his celebration. But yeah, so Disco King Mario, he had the sheepskin and the hats and fucking Herc kind of took his style.